So Ethan's coming?
Mm-hmm. Ethan and his wife. I don't want to hear a word from you tonight. Okay, this is not the time to cause any trouble.
I won't cause trouble. He finally did it. He finally broke my heart. He was really cold tonight. He was very distant, so it's over.
Why should I believe you?
Well, you can ask Fancy, because I told her to stop chasing after Noah, that no man is worth debasing herself over.
Well, I am so happy to hear that you have finally come to your senses. Oh, not you, too.
Oh, no. I'm just, I made a huge mistake.
What? What mistake?
I was wrong to have given up on Ethan, even for a minute. Of course, true love wins out in the end, and one day we're gonna be together. I just know it. I can't believe she had the nerve to show up here.
I know, but she is Sheridan's mother. It's hard for me to believe that somebody as lovely as Sheridan could be the daughter of two evil people like Catherine and Alistair.
What do you mean the night you married Sheridan?
Exactly that. Sheridan and I are married.
Darling, what are you doing? Shh, all of you, please. Luis is still weak, and I don't want to upset him.
What are you all whispering about?
Sheridan's trying to explain that she's really my wife.
What?
It's true. So why does Luis think that you're married to him when you're really married to Chris? It's hard to explain, but you all know how I thought Luis was dead. We all did. Well, Chris proposed to me, and we got married on the beach in Hawaii the night before we found Luis alive at the house where Otto was keeping him prisoner. He was beaten and tortured for months. He would have been dead if we hadn't found him when we did. Well, the doctor at the hospital, when he saw my presence, how it gave Luis strength, he told me not to upset Luis, that it could cause a relapse or even worse, cause Luis to die. So I couldn't tell him.
That she was already my wife.
So I kept quiet for Luis's sake. But then Luis surprised me in the hospital by wanting to get married right then and there. How could I say no?
One word would have done it.
Well, I couldn't, so I went along with it.
And married him illegally. And she's kept this lie going ever since the hospital. You know this can't go on forever.
So you keep telling me.
This is heartbreaking.
I know. Life shouldn't be this complicated, but for some reason mine is.
What are you gonna do? You are married to two men.
No, not really. Ours is the only legal marriage.
So who are you gonna stay with?
Rachel. Well, it's a question we're all thinking about, isn't it? I mean, you have two men who are very much in love with you. Which one are you gonna choose?
I'm staying married to Chris. He's my legal husband, and marriage is a sacred bond.
Oh, that is what my mother always says, Catherine.
And I love him. I just hate hurting Luis. It absolutely kills me.
Someone really should get out that scotch.
Well, I guess my mother just found out the news. I'm sorry, Chris.
Why?
That I have to be the one to tell you this. But your marriage to Sheridan, it's not gonna last. She belongs with my brother.
I don't think that's up to you, is it?
Now, don't get me wrong, because it's very obvious that you love her. It's just that the love that she has for my brother, it is very deep and it is very strong.
Sheridan's moved on. She's told me. She loves me and she'll stay with me.
See, no matter what her head is telling her, it's what's in her heart. And her heart will force her back to Luis. See, when fate puts two people together, anyone in their way gets crushed. Oh, Pretty amazing about Luis, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's got to be wonderful to have your brother back.
It's a miracle.
Yeah. Theresa, Gwen said that Sheridan and Chris are really married.
Yeah, but, we don't want Luis to hear that right now.
Well, I hope Luis can handle the news.
Ethan, don't worry about it. Look at them. Look. Even though Sheridan's not going to admit it right now, their love for each other, it's stronger than ever. And it's bound to come out, and when it does, Chris is going to be left out in the cold.
Chris and Sheridan are married. Okay? And Gwen said that Sheridan said that they're staying together.
She may say that right now, but once she listens to her heart, she's going to go right back to Luis. The same way, when you listen to your heart, you will come right back to me.
You're wrong. Gwen is my heart's desire, Theresa, and I'll never leave her.
Never say never, Ethan.
Good night, Mijo.
Good night. Good night. Night.
My turn. Night, night. Night, Sheridan. Good night.
I saw you with Ethan. He's staying with his wife, you know.
Mama, seeing Luis come back from the dead to be with Sheridan, I realized that I can never give up on Ethan. Ever.